Happy New Year, Oxford. Thanks for coming back for another episode of the Running Commode, episode number 9 of our show. A helpful show, 15 minutes every month, where it's just a couple of radio guys stepping out of their comfort zone and trying to help you with some tips and tricks in the running of your house. Less performing, more informing. And I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Eric Hodge, owner of HHI, Hodge Home Inspections. Don't let your dream home become a nightmare.
And I'm Mark Raymond, your friendly neighborhood property manager. Well, today in studio, we have a great guy. His name is Max Johnson. He's been a very big help to me with
me too. We're
both
lucky,
of us.
Well, lucky, but we both used his service.
Absolutely. His name is Max Johnson. He's with JDog Junk Hauling out of Clarkston, and he's a Navy vet. He was a petty officer second class out of Norfolk, Virginia, and those of you in the Navy would know him as an E5. So without any further ado, let's have Max come on up here to the stage, and thanks so much for coming.
Hey, gentlemen, good morning.
Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Right. Well, as a property manager, I have utilized your services, and Eric has mentioned it too. And in my case, obviously, it's a rare instance, but sometimes people will bring everything into the house over a period of years or whatever and not take it out. And then we have a problem. And you make that process seamless for us.
Well, happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Good.
Talk a little bit about your systems and processes, how you do that.
Well, typically a customer will contact us just looking for, a few items to remove. Maybe they want to clear out the garage, or the basement's collected a lot of items, closets are overflowing. They've acquired, new furniture, need to get rid of the old furniture. And then sometimes we're helping, seniors transition from, their home to, they're going to a senior living community or something, need to downsize. And we really appreciate those customers that, they have a lot of good things that can be reused, repurposed, and offered to the community. So,
well, that's a good point too, because my service, I unfortunately had a shed burned down, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this stuff. So that was all unusable stuff, and you were so great and easy to work with to get rid of. I didn't even know where to start, and you made it super easy. But when someone is downsizing and they're like, I don't need all this stuff, and you take it away, like, what do you do with it? Where does it go?
So in the past, getting started out, we had typically taken things out for donation as much as we can, things that the donation centers would accept. We've taken blankets to, just in carboys, to Grace Centers of Hope. We've had a lot of work with Oakland Hope. And then over the time, we found that, we could actually probably repurpose more from our own warehouse by offering that strictly to veterans that may be in need of something as they find housing or whatever. So we're warehousing that and letting that sit for them. We're also going to do some garage sales, not to make a big profit on other people's things, but just to, keep it alive and make sure that we're not disposing of things that can be reused.
So obviously, as you mentioned, you're a veteran, but I believe it's a veteran-owned company, right?
So this is a franchise system.
Yeah.
And it was designed by an Army veteran to give other veterans an opportunity to start their own business. So we are nationwide in 30-something states.
Wow.
And each one owned by either a veteran or a military family member.
That's
Now, outside of the property management context for just homeowners, there are some inherent risks with doing large-scale decluttering or removal of a house. You should share that with our audience, some of those kinds of things that they need to be aware of before they try to self-tackle this.
Yeah, sure. So a lot of our customers are, maybe physically not capable of moving some of the large furniture items. It's their safety and the safety of their home as well, right?
Yeah.
Trying to move a big china cabinet or a dresser out, a chest downstairs. Would you rather you put a hole in your wall and you have to fix it, or it's on me if I put a hole in a wall, we'll fix it. So we are fully insured, and the guys are fully insured too. So it's that kind of eases the minds of those that may hurt themselves or do their own damage.
What about do you guys tackle appliances, like free refrigerators and stoves as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I actually learned a great tip from one of your earlier guests about moving refrigerators. So I've invested in a lot of equipment that helps us move things safely to do, to reduce the risk of damage.
Yeah.
And so we have like we have an air dolly that can move a big refrigerator across the floor that's,
cool.
basically on a cushion of air, just slides across the
Let
floor.
the technology work for you.
I love it, yeah, and it's easier on the guys too.
Oh yeah, nice for them and nice for the house too.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Are you
great.
eco-friendly in all of what you do? Eco-friendly?
I like to echo.
Eco, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, eco-friendly.
eco?
Yeah.
I can repeat it if you want.
Absolutely. So, as said before, we try to keep what we can at a landfill. Obviously, sometimes there's trash that needs to go and things that can't be repurposed and reused. Metals we separate and recycle as well. So, as much as we can now. And we have some restrictions. We're not DOT licensed to remove hazmat. So, I always advise clients that if they have household hazardous waste, that it gets turned into Oakland County hazmat collection.
And that would be like bulk containers of paint and bleach and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, actually, so most paints, latex paints, aren't hazardous if they're dried out. They can actually be just thrown away. Just leave the top open of the can, let it dry out, or mix kitty litter in it, and then it can go to the garbage. So I also give them that option. I will do it just as kind of a surcharge on top of things if we have to dry it out before we dispose of it.
Gotcha.
But your general rule, if you can't put it on your lawn or pour it down the sink, then that's hazardous waste that we cannot take away.
Okay. What about used propane tanks? I know those are kind of hard to part with, places to take them.
For the barbecue, I collect those all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a barbecue. Yeah, sure. I mean, listen, I don't want everybody's, big collection of propane
Because they're
tanks,
dangerous.
but
You can't just put them out to the trash.
And I'll actually take some out to, a propane supplier, because usually they'll take them, especially if they've degraded and they're rusted.
Yeah.
They need to turn them in. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They can get
actually,
certified.
and it doesn't cost us anything, so I'm fine with taking those in.
All right. Well, we're coming up here on a break. Max
Okay.
Johnson with JDog Junk Hauling of Clarkston. Thank you very much for what you've shared so far. And we thank you for your time and attention. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to the Running Commode. Again, I'm Eric Hodge, along with my partner Mark Raymond here. We got Max Johnson here, JDog Junk Hauling Removal, and I've had the pleasure of working with you, and I know the process. But for our viewers out here, can you break down what the process is like to schedule your service? Because I know a lot of times before I used your service, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just lucky I do you. So how does it work if they need to have you come on out? What's the scheduling process like, and how does it all happen?
It's scheduling is very simple. You can go online. You can book online with our corporate website. It's just www.jdog.com or jdogjunkremoval.com. You put in your zip code, it finds the nearest JDog, because again, we are a franchise, so I have some neighbors. And you can book services right there. If you happen to be out of our territory, it'll send me an email, so it might take a little bit longer for me to get in contact, but you can do it that way, or call the 800 or 844-GET-JDOG, and they'll direct it to the appropriate JDog, hopefully me.
Hopefully you, yes.
Yeah, and you can go to Google Maps, and there's an online booking option there under JDog Junk Removal and Hauling Clarkston. You can book your service right there. It'll give you kind of an idea of the pricing of the things that you, it gives a little visual of like, how much do you have? This is probably what it's going to be. So, and then you can book it on a calendar.
And in terms of pricing, I know that you have, larger, you do it all, large scale jobs, small scale jobs.
Yeah.
And there's some potential cost reduction, obviously with a smaller job, but
Sure.
speak into that. You shared a little bit about that at the break, so.
Yeah. So I would like to advise customers that, if you just have a few things to get removed, but you're on the fence about some other things, maybe get it all prepared all at once, because we do front load, our expenses of arriving. We set an appointment and arrive to your home, so we have travel time. The labor is there in that initial meetup. So if you consolidate everything into one load, the larger loads are discounted as you fill the truck or trailer. So if you can put that all in one, or maybe you have a neighbor nearby. I won't tell you how to separate the costs, but they can, consolidate. Yeah. And we'll move the truck down the street. That's fine.
What's the biggest job you've ever done?
Oh my goodness. Well, we have unfortunately worked with some hoarder situations. So, that's kind of a rent a dumpster and just provide the labor kind of situation, which we also do.
Okay.
So,
How long did one take you?
Yeah,
Like,
just
the
to
biggest-
ask, how long does
well,
that take?
I've assisted another JDog, another local JDog. They had probably 4 40-yard dumpsters to clear out a house, and we were there several days.
Wow.
But
So with that
personally, we had.
So then, if you got a really big job, if you hit another JDog, you can have some assistance. Then.
Yeah,
You have
absolutely.
So no job's too big, right?
Right, that's right. Yeah.
And no job's too small.
Well, that's correct. That's
You
correct.
can't use that slogan.
Yes.
Call it a hunch, but I
Yeah,
think
right.
it's taken.
Yeah. Oh, so you see this all the time, and maybe you, off the top of your head you might know this, but has there been one that you're just like, what's the weirdest stuff you've heard to get rid of? Anything
Oh, wow.
crazy on the top of your head that you can think of?
I don't know if I can talk about it here.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
will say this. The coolest thing I ever took away was this it was a big player, like not a player piano, but it was a cabinet that had the big steel wheel in it that would just play music.
Orchestrion. Those are
Maybe,
old.
yeah. It was like, it was old, and we actually delivered it to Simply Rescued out in Davisburg. They're an antique
Oh, yeah,
shop.
somebody's going to want that.
And and I was like, hey, I just can't throw this thing away, and but I can't hold on to it. And the donation centers won't take this thing because it was probably 800 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
So
yeah.
Probably a good thing you had that.
and they were very happy to make it like a feature piece in their
sure.
shop. So yeah,
That's cool. What a cool.
Use. That's
I mean, I'm
great.
sure you're full of cool stories like that.
yeah. There's some pretty neat things that and it was heartbreaking for them to get rid of it, but they were like, I just can't.
do
We
with
can't
it?
keep it
Yeah.
around here anymore.
Yeah.
And I always, and I don't know if I ever asked this stuff of you, but how did you get into this? Like, how did you find this as like this is what I want to do now after the military?
Well, so I was a civilian firefighter and then a safety manager for the Army base in Warren.
Okay.
And when I decided to leave the federal service, I had a couple friends from the fire department that had started their own JDog franchise in their areas. So when they introduced it to me, I got kind of excited about it because it's a whole, veteran-based business. So.
Yeah. And it's new every day, right? Like it's
Every day's different, that's for sure. Yes.
it makes it exciting.
Yeah, and we also do some light demo too, so we mix that in there.
Oh,
so
okay.
if someone's remodeling and they, want to start with a fresh pallet, we can go in there and
Really?
take out
And
floors.
take all the material away too, then, right?
Yeah, and haul it away.
Man, that's like
No, you don't have to just walk everything down to a green dumpster bag. You can just have us come do it.
So if somebody's sitting at home and they're just they don't know what, they want to, they know they want to clean up, but they really don't. Like, give them some advice, some tips as to going through their house, what to look for, what, any rules of thumb.
Well, my rule of thumb is that, if I haven't used it in a year, right, maybe it's time for that to move on. It can serve another purpose. Purchasing, when you go start purchasing things like furniture, your best bet is to find the items that'll last you long time. We have a lot of seniors that are downsizing, and their furniture, that's something that their kids want. So then they don't have to hire us to haul it away.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we're coming up towards the close of our show. Any other last thoughts you want to share? Anybody? Questions?
Last thought for me is just really happy to be here, and
Thank you.
and we love serving our community, and it's like being able as a veteran to serve again at home, and really appreciate that. So
Well, we appreciate you being
exactly
here.
appreciate
Max Johnson with JDog Removal and Hauling out of Clarkston. Thank you so much for being our special guest today.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for watching our program. We really hope you enjoy it. And we'll be back again in February with Ty Zubek with Square Deal Handyman. And he's going to talk about more general handyman things that we can do around your house. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, Happy New Year. We'll see you in February.